I've had people approach me.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Northport, A View from Here. My name is Gene Matthews and I'll be your host today. Today we have from the Solid Waste Division, Monica Bramble. Welcome, Monica. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Okay, fine. Would like to know a little bit about Monica and where she comes from, what she's done, and what she's doing now.
Okay. Well, I've been with the city for 5 years, and I came from Spokane, Washington, my hometown where I was born and raised. Work for Solid Waste Division, and we have a team of 33 employees, and we visit every home and every business each week, picking up their garbage, their recycling, and their yard waste. In fact, in the city of Northport, we have over 27,000 homes and over 280 businesses that we visit.
Wow, that's quite a... So you must get a wide variety of stuff every week.
We do.
Or every day of the week. Pretty, you're working 5 days a week, right?
Correct.
All the time. You're out there picking up all our
We're out there picking up holidays, rain, anytime. Okay,
good. Well, speaking of holidays, you got the Christmas season coming up, and I know you can tell every house on Christmas Day where there's kids living.
Yes.
Because there's a mountain of paper and boxes and wild kids outside playing with all their toys. So, what do you do to cope with something like that? That's a big addition.
Yeah, in the holiday season, as people generate 25% more waste. Now, generally, the city of Northport, we have about 30,000 tons a year of waste. You and I generate, on average, 4 pounds a day. But during the holidays, that shoots up. We generate, like I said, 25% more garbage, and that's a lot of stuff, which we'd really like to not put in a landfill, but try to reuse or reduce or recycle the material.
Yeah, well, that would be a good idea. What can the people do to trim the waste that generated during the holiday seasons?
Well, let's start with the holiday parties. Do you know 1/3 of the food that you have for your holiday parties goes to waste? So as you think about it, think how much do I really need? And limit the amount so you adequately have the proportions. And then with leftovers, either freeze them or send them home with guests. They would really appreciate that. Try not to purchase more than you need, and make your guests feel special by using real glassware, plates, linen napkins. Forget the disposable stuff. Consider getting a living tree, and at the end of the season you can plant it in your yard for shade or erosion, or you can give it to a neighbor or a charitable organization. And then there are the gifts that everybody likes. When you think about gifts, think about waste-free gifts. There's a whole list of items that you can utilize. Memberships to clubs, you can get gift certificates, tickets to an event. One thing we're blessed with in this area is great venues for arts and culture. So think of that when you think of gifts. We also have a lot of hunters and fisher people in this area. Think about a hunting, fishing license. Also, a pass to the Florida State Parks, an annual pass. That's some ideas. Services, maybe you're short on money, but you have a lot of valuable knowledge that you can spend. Maybe mow somebody's lawn, bake for them, babysit. So there's a lot of ideas you can give, gift of time, without having to purchase stuff that maybe months later becomes garbage.
Yeah, even a pile of lotto tickets would be good.
That's a great idea. The winning one would be best.
That would be the best one.
Yes.
And you hear about all these people, they do things with the recyclable goods, arts and craft type things. What's your suggestions or what's your feeling on that?
Well, you're right. You can, if you have an item and it can't be used in its intended form, think about gifts. And this is the holiday season, great time to sit down with your friends, your kids, and people like things that are made from the heart. So I have some examples, and we'll go from very easy to very complex. And let me tell you, anything you can think of, there's a craft for it. Just go on the internet and it'll be there. You've heard of taking old greeting cards, take off the side. That's a good tag there. You can use that. Think of all the chipboard that you have at your house. This was an old Zest box. put some
Chipboard. What chipboard is just cardboard? Or?
Well, it's your cereal boxes, your cracker
it's
boxes.
a special,
It's
okay.
not corrugated, but it's thick. It's
Yeah.
like that. So and your soap boxes come in that. Get some wrapping paper, paste it on there, and that's a nice little tag for your gifts that you can use. CDs, thing of the past, but everybody has them around. You can do a lot of craft items with the CDs. This was made into a Christmas ornament, but there's, just thousands of things you can do with CDs. Plastic. We have a lot of plastic bottles that people like to utilize. It'd be best if you use a reusable bottle, but a lot of us, have plastic bottles. If you take the ends of your plastic bottles and cut them out, you can make either just little ornaments or garland for your tree.
And you have cut them in different shapes.
Cut them. You can be as artistic as you wish. You can also paint them colors, sprinkle them with glitter. Just get as creative as you wish. And like I said, it can go from simple to complex. This garland is actually made from your bottles. You have some tops of the bottles here cut into different shapes. You have the bottoms. You have the middle for the base. And then you can cut out these little fribble. And again, you can go simple, or you can have painted this into colors. So like I said, anything that you have at home that you think you're going to throw away, go on the internet. There's a craft there for you that you can make.
And do you go out and teach people this?
I don't teach the people, but we can offer advice. And like I said, the internet is a great resource. They have all the, this actually, I found on the internet, and it had great instructions. I was able to do this. So there's, anybody can follow the very simple craft items there.
As you know, I'm involved with the Boys and Girls Club, and when you're showing me this, I can just see these kids, with all this stuff, and just making stuff out of garbage, literally.
It is, yes. And
so,
again, it's great. Now we have some craft items, usable items, as opposed to a pile of garbage that's going to go into the landfill.
Well, plus they can make Christmas presents out of it.
Yes. And again, what mom doesn't love, to have something made from her child that, you're going to keep for, 50 years.
That's what they make big refrigerators for. Hang it up.
That's true.
Hang all that stuff up.
That's true.
And that's very exciting. And maybe we're going to call you from the Boys and Girls Club and get some advice as to where to go and where to look.
Yes.
Okay? Is that good for you? And what else are you doing over there, besides having fun?
Well, again, we pick up the garbage and recycling, but we really like to promote people not generating it. Other ways that you can help not generate garbage, especially around the holidays, if there's crafts you can do, but you get some new items, what are you going to do with the old material? There's a number of wonderful organizations in our area that would love your reused items, from furniture down to clothing. Goodwill, Salvation Army. We have our own Northport Community Children's Closet that likes children's clothes. So instead of piling it up at your curb for us to take away as garbage, make a phone call. They could use it, and they actually help the community for those items that are still usable.
Yeah, we use them quite a bit ourselves. I don't know where I'd be without Goodwill, at least.
Yes.
I don't have children at home anymore, but my grandchildren live here, so we bring over plenty of stuff to the children's closet, and it goes to a good use.
It does.
And Monica, on recycling, there's more to it. It's more intricate than we spoke about before. Can you add on the recyclables, the bins, the leaves can only be put in bags and things of that nature? Sure.
Now recycling, anything can be recycled, but here in Northport, we only take a limited number because we have to have a place to take that will accept the material. So in our recycling program, you should have 2 bins. One bin is for what we call commingle, your plastics, your glass, and your tin and aluminum. Plastics, at the bottom of the plastics or on the carton should be a little triangle, and there's a number inside of it. We take all numbers except number 6, which is styrofoam type material. So you should have one bin, put all that, your commingled material, and your other bin for your fiber products, your paper products, such as cardboard, chipboard, which we mentioned is your cereal boxes and cracker boxes, junk mail, paper, old magazines, all that should be in your paper material. Now, yard waste, there's two ways you can get rid of yard waste. We collect it every week on the curb as long as it's properly prepared. And when I say properly prepared, it means you either get a regular 32-gallon garbage can from a local home improvement store, fill that up, or those craft paper bags you can also use to put the material in, or if you have something like palm fronds, you can bundle them, tie them up, make sure that it's not over 35 pounds or 4 feet in length. Now, if you have a big project and you don't want to go through the time and effort of properly preparing the yard waste, we also take that as bulk. So you can just pile it in the right of way. You need to call us ahead of time again so we can schedule a special truck to come pick up your yard waste.
Will that count as one of those 2 pickups?
It can, yes, it can count as one of your free bulk pickups for there.
One question I get asked every once in a while is, why are the garbage trucks on River Road going north? You know, and I always I do the best explaining, but you explain it to the folks.
Well, the trucks that are going on River Road are recycling trucks, and they go to what is called the Jackson Road Transfer Station, and that's where they dump the recyclable material. The ones you see that may go up and down 75 are actually going to the landfill. The landfill that we dump the garbage in is up in Nokomis off of Knights Trail Road, and it's actually a 48-mile round trip for us. So that's the trucks you see going up 75 are actually going to the landfill there.
That's a good operation for the Kiwanis Club. So, what else do you? I mean, you must do more than.
We do. Like I said, education is a big part of it, but then we do the basic pickup. Now, we collect your garbage, your recycling, your yard waste every week, and if you we like to give people more information, you can go on our website and know exactly what we take in our recycling program, how you can place your yard waste. Also, when you have large material to place out, we call it a bulk pickup.
Yes.
You, as a resident, you get 2 free bulk pickups. They're limited to 5 cubic yards, but you need to schedule those. So give us a call. As long as you call at least the day before your collection, we will pick that up on your next collection day. But we'd like you to schedule it because there's a special truck that we send. So we have all opportunities for you to get rid of your items. For recycling, a lot of people don't know, but we also take waste oil, put it in a 1-gallon milk jug with a screw top lid, write waste oil on it, place it by your recycling container. We also take batteries, marine and vehicle batteries. Again, just place them by your recycling container. Or dry cell rechargeable batteries.
Okay.
Put them in a little baggie and place them on top of your recycling.
See, people don't know that. I don't think. I didn't realize that you take as much as you do. But let's say they have 4 or 5 times that they need you to pick stuff up. Is there a charge after that, or is it? And what's that based on?
Yeah, after the 2 free bulk pickups, there is a charge. It's $12 a cubic yard. So if you're not sure what we can do, give us a call. We'll come out there and give an estimate and let you know what the size of your bulk pile is, and then you know how much that's going to cost.
Could you pick something up as large as a rider mower?
We do. Couches. Again, we send a special truck. That's why we ask that you call us.
I've seen the truck. You have a lift on it.
Yeah, it's a big claw that comes and picks it up and places it in the truck bed. So yeah, large items we can have no problem picking up.
Okay. Well, I think we're drawing down to the end of the program, and what kind of special thing might you add to what you already do?
Well, when you are generating garbage, take a look at it. Is it really worth throwing away? Can you still use it? Maybe not for its intended purpose, but is there another purpose? Can you reuse it? And then at the very end, if you need to throw it away, you can't reuse it, somebody else can't reuse it, can you recycle it? And you should consider all those factors before you place that in the garbage.
So what you're saying is one man's junk is another man's treasure.
Of course.
Okay. And with that, if you want to wish the folks a happy holiday season, you can do that.
Yes, happy holidays, and please trim your waist.
There you go. Thank you very much.